Proper maintenance and clean governance of public water infrastructure is becoming one of the big issues. Locals say it's the only sustainable long-term solution to the sinkhole crisis in Khutsong near Carletonville. Social activists are warning it's only a matter of time before lives are lost to sinkholes, before people die in them, unless immediate action is taken. This has been a problem in the Khutsong area for many, many years. Our reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli for you now in Khutsong. Tumaole, good afternoon to you. It's a massive hole behind you. What are people saying there?
A massive, massive hole indeed, Stephen. Before I get into what people are saying there, let's just give our viewers a glimpse of just how massive this, I don't think it can be called a hole anymore, gorge actually is. And if I could use my humble mathematical, estimates, I'd say it's about 20 meters down to the bottom. And it's only getting worse. Activists and, of course, community leaders here saying that this hole was not this deep just as early as 5 years ago. But community leaders are warning that with the school just adjacent to this particular gorge, it's only a matter of time before someone or someone's child loses their lives. They say that, of course, it's been only through sheer luck and God's grace and God's will that no one has seriously been injured. And it all comes down to infrastructure maintenance. I spent the better part of the day just getting a good briefing and understanding as to why communities here can be so vociferous when they go on service delivery protests, because they are also aware of the degradation of their communities. I am now joined by Ntate Rider Nkatela, who is Marafong Dolomite Risk and Vulnerability Community Support Group Leader. Ntate Rider, you say that this is only going to get worse. How come?
Thank you. My name is Rider Nkatela. On that group that you just said, we, as community leaders, we fail to understand, because as you can see now, it's growing. This hole is growing, and it's adjacent to the schools, and then more than 1,000 kids are here. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because if you can see, there's a lot of rain that is pouring, and then if maybe we did have leadership here who will address the issue when it started, we were not going to get this hole. This is a Kimberley hole as we speak, to get a point. So the thing is that if we had leaders, because this thing, it doesn't start like this. This is a human error. And they know very well, because we've been engaging with them, trying to address the issue with them, but they failed.
You say human error and trying to address the issue. What are those 2 points? Are they related? What is human error and what is the underlying issue?
The challenge here, as you can see, there's pipes, leaking pipes, sewage drainages that makes this thing to happen. Because fortunately we came here, we are outscared. If maybe we can go to the houses where you'll find our families who are affected by this thing. We are all affected, direct or indirect. We are all affected. But you'll find families present now. Others, they took them out from their houses. They took them to other houses, the smaller houses, whereby they can't even put even a bedroom in that small house. Because when they arrived, they can't even say that, write something, sign here, and then after that we take you. You know what is happening now? What is happening presently now is that they came here as, apartheid era, GGs. They say, no, go, leave. It's like that. They can't engage, and they can't even, before they take you out, take you to therapy, and psychologists must be here so that they can work with you, so that when you go out, you must understand where are you going. Presently now what is happening? They are taking you out from another man's house, and then when you arrive there, because you know what is happening here? The VGI report states very clear. Take me out for temporary, and after that, rehabilitate. After rehabilitation, that is when you'll take me back. That's how the VGI report says. But the ignorance and arrogance of our leaders here, they make things happen like this. And then that is why our brothers and sisters, our families, they are leaving their houses, and then you know, it is a disaster. Present now, as we speak, other families that are in distress. They can't do anything because of, you know, their last cents. They've built their houses.
But Nkashela, on that particular note, what role does the issue of maladministration and also corruption in terms of cutting corners when officials give contracts to contractors who are not even qualified to service pipes of this nature, and jobs are not done, and infrastructure then gets to be run down and creates this crisis?
You know, I can't mention those companies. This municipality bring their own companies here. I can't mention them. They know very well who are those companies. All the time when they come here, there's nothing that is happening. You know, there's 180 million that was spent here. But you can't see where it went to. Because the same place, for example, 590, there's an area that we call 590 where they started that thing. 590, they took out that money. But if you can go now, you can see that there's nothing has happened. So we don't know where the money went to get a point. Because of they are bringing their own brothers and sisters with those companies so that chow, loot and live. Tomorrow, the problem stays with us as a community. And I'm pleading to the community members or the community of Khutsong, specifically the community of Khutsong, let's come together and build this community together so that we must not fight each other. Because if we fight each other, the enemy comes in between amongst ourselves, and then they divide us. Let's come and be united and fight this type of sinkhole and sewage spillages together. I thank you.
Nkashela, thank you very much. That was, of course, community leader there, Ryder Nkashela, giving us an overview of the multiple problems that are contributing to this kind of situation that you see here. It's not only an issue of the type of rock, dolomitic rock, and water, groundwater. It's also mismanagement of the municipal resources and corruption that is playing a hand in these dolomitic kind of sinkholes. Many have also claimed entire homes, Stephen, something that I was not quite well prepared to see when you look at the scope of the damage to this infrastructure, looking more like a bomb that has exploded or been dropped here than, of course, something that is caused by water. With that, it's back to you in the studio.
Tumaole Mohlaoli, thank you very much indeed.